for files. Somebody said they have a hard time finding files. At the top, you have a search bar, which is pretty good just there. Just if you just honestly, if you can remember one of the words that was in the document and what kind of file it was, you can find it. Okay. But this little arrow right here, where if you click on it, it says search options. This is the most powerful part about your Google Drive. Because, so you can say, here's where you say like, well, I know it was a spreadsheet, and I know that I didn't own it, because I know someone shared it with me. And that's all I remember. I don't remember anything else. I don't remember what the spreadsheet was about. I don't remember the nut words in it. I just know it was a sheet that someone shared with me. So I'm going to go ahead and just search that, and it's legitimately going to pull up every single Google sheet that I have access to that I don't own. You're probably gonna find it pretty quick. Okay. Your other options are, like you can say it is owned by me, or you can say like, oh, I know who shared this with me, and type their name in. Okay, that was the owner. You can say look in my trash, look in my starred. When was it last modified? Any part of the file name, any words inside the file, or anybody it was shared with. Okay. So really, if you just know 2 things about the file, you can probably find it. Questions about that? Other questions about Drive in general before I move on to forms? Yeah. Oh, yes. Okay. New folder. I like to name things I make in trainings delete me, so I'll remember to delete it later. Otherwise, I'm like, what is this? And then I open it, and I'm like, oh, I made this in the middle of a training. And then, so it will show up in your folders here, and then again, if you want to share the whole folder with somebody, you can just right-click and click share, give them access to it. If you want to put a folder inside of a folder, just drag and drop. Yes?
So again, silly question.
Nope.
I do my lesson plans at home on the weekends, so I save them to my desktop because we don't have the H drive. So I can literally take that Microsoft file, the little yellow folder, and put it in my drive on Google, and nothing's going to happen. It'll be fine.
Yep.
Okay. If not, I'm coming after you.
Come get it. Come on. And if you're using Chrome, as your browser, you can actually upload that entire folder without zipping it or anything. You just upload that whole
I don't want to
folder.
be zipping anything.
Yeah.
I can't.
No zipping or unzipping. Okay.
I don't want to.
All right. Other questions about Drive? Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So one of the things I discovered is I uploaded stuff that had been in Microsoft Office. Was I don't know PowerPoint videos.
Oh.
I know that I'm doing it embed a YouTube.
Yeah.
But the problem is YouTube has really bad captions most of the time.
Okay.
Because it's voice recognition software. I have some videos that I downloaded from YouTube, added the captions,
Yeah.
and embedded into PowerPoint. Google Slides does not like that, and it will give me the image just alone.
Oh.
I don't know.
It must be the wrong file type, and I don't know because I've always only used YouTube videos, but I know that you can upload files from your drive to Google Slides, but maybe they only like a certain file type. So I'll remind me when we get a break. Look at that. Yeah.
Kind of backing up a little bit from where you were. If I make, my question is, every time, do I have to do this every time I make a new document? If I want to share it to my KSD drive, if I want it to automatically go to my personal Google Drive, I have to do that every single time? Or is there somewhere where I can hit a button and it will automatically always, so every time I create something, it will automatically send it to my personal one
Yeah.
as well?
So like I have that folder created that I showed you at the beginning, this Asbury ED220.
Yes.
And I've shared it with
All of
Jessamine Me and Asbury Me
Yes.
and Gmail Me. And so if I logged on, so if I go to people and pull up my Asbury account and go to my Google Drive, it is right here, same contents. Now, but understand, whoever makes that file is still the owner.
Right.
So if KSDU makes that file, and then KSDU leaves to become Jessamine County Schools U, Gmail U doesn't have access to that file anymore because it was tied to your KSD account. Do you see what I'm saying? So you have a copy of it, and honestly, you can see here, like, so inside of my Asbury account, some of the owners are me, and some of the word me, and some of the owners are Aaron Wagner, which is also me, but that means I made that using either my Jessamine County account or my Gmail account. Which is, I mean, this is poor form for me to do. I know better than this. But now, all that to say is, if you are retiring or leaving or whatever, there is something called Google Takeout, like Chinese Takeout, like Google Takeout, and it lets you back up your entire Google Drive, and then you can take that folder and put it in another drive, and then the new person becomes owner of all those files. So there is a way to get stuff, but it's several steps. Does that make sense?
See, she tried what I asked you, and she can't open it.
She can't open
There
what?
are some documents, I've sent my folder to Google, my Word document folder to Google, and there are some documents at the top that aren't open, and when I go to it, it says, gives me the option to download. When I try to download, it says, we're sorry, we can't open because we found a problem with its contents.
I've never seen that happen. I mean, I believe you, but I'll
I'm
look
gonna
at it.
go back into Word and see what this document is.
Yeah,
Maybe somebody trying to punk me or something.
yeah. I bet that's other questions about Drive? I thought of something else to share and I've lost it already. Yeah.
If I want to move a document from one folder to another, but I've shared that, and it warns me that people are going to lose access, how do you fix that? Do you just have to reshare it?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, it depends. You might have to reshare it, but you might not have to. So if you shared a folder and then you created something in that folder, so all these people have access to it, and then you move this file out of the folder, nobody else is going to have access. But if you just had the file like in the root of your Google Drive and you shared it with 5 people and then you moved it to a folder, it's still going to be shared with those 5 people. So it's like sometimes it works and sometimes you have to reshare and sometimes you don't.
Well, this situation is that it was in a folder, but
Yeah.
the folder wasn't shared.
Yes.
The actual document was.
Yes. So when you move it out, it should still be shared with the same people. Yeah. As far as I know, unless they change it. I was at a Google conference once and they said they make 500 updates a year. And I was like, well, that's more than once a day. No wonder when I go to look for this button, it's on the other side of the page. Okay, other questions about Drive? Okay, let me show you Team Drive really quick. That's what I forgot. Let me go back into my Jessamine County account. So Team Drive, when I very first heard about Team Drive, actually Fayette County's tech department was talking about Google lets you sign up to be like pilots of certain things, like early adopters, and Fayette County had decided to early adopt Team Drives. And so their tech director was talking about how great it was, and she was like, I mean, you can make a folder and you can share it with people and you can put files in there and then everybody has access. And the whole time I'm like, that's a thing already. Why are you acting so excited about this? And then she said the kicker is with the Team Drive, the owner of the files is the school district. So I was like, I'm in. Okay. So, you know, when you've got somebody who leaves, you don't have to worry about stuff disappearing because they were the owner. When you move something into a Team Drive, that Team Drive becomes the owner. In essence, the district becomes the owner. So currently we have a district technology office Team Drive, a Rosenwald Dunbar Elementary School Administrator Team Drive, a Rosenwald Dunbar Elementary School First Grade Teacher Team Drive, a Rosenwald Dunbar Elementary School, every grade level, every admin team, most central office departments, we all have a Team Drive because we want to create stuff that's going to outlive us, right? We don't want all the stuff that we make to have to worry about what's going to happen when and if we go somewhere. And so that is sorry, I keep forgetting. I want to get close to them. I'm sorry. So that is the benefit of a team drive. So you don't have to worry about transferring ownership and all that, losing files and all that kind of stuff. So it's its own separate place. So My Drive and Team Drive is its own separate place. I will say with Team Drive, if you use forms and some of the higher level things that you can do with forms with add-ons and such, they don't work in Team Drive. I'm not really sure why they don't work, but we've had to actually create like a generic Jessamine County Schools account that we can put some stuff in because the Team Drives, for whatever reason, don't work with everything. I think it's just because they're new, but it's a safe place to put things. Questions? Do we need a break? Yes, I see heads nodding. Okay, so let's take like 10 minutes.